And then we get to the main event for the inaugural WWE Universal Championship, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. I guess I should say the Demon. We saw the Demon on Monday's Raw. Like we said earlier, as we agreed, they probably should have waited until Sunday, but whatever. The match itself, first time ever, Rollins and Balor should be a kick-ass match. Who do you got walking out of Brooklyn as the inaugural WWE Universal Champion?
I want Seth Rollins, but I think Finn Balor is going to win. And I say that because when the draft happened, Finn Balor got, we know Seth was going to 1 overall regardless of SmackDown or Raw. But Finn Balor went up very high. He was the fifth overall draft pick. And when you pick someone fifth, and this guy from NXT, it's like, all right, they're going to pour a lot of effort, a lot of time into getting this guy over quickly as possible. Whether the Raw crowd knows who Finn Balor is or not. We know the NXT crowd knows who Finn Balor is, but not to the mass audience, to the casual fan. You want to portray Finn Balor as a guy like he can be a top guy in the business, which I think he can be. And the way they've been promoting him, and he got into a fatal 4-way for to go up against Roman Reigns and to be the number 1 contender. He pinned Rusev, then he pinned Roman Reigns. He's already in the world title, universal title contention. Seth got the automatic bye to SummerSlam, and I think they're putting a lot of time and effort into the character of Finn Balor, and I think it's the payoff has to be Finn Balor walking out of SummerSlam as the Universal Champion, because Seth was already champion. I like Seth when he's chasing you, when he's like getting on your nerves, he's making you frustrated. I think he does a lot better doing that as opposed to being the champion and people chasing him. Just imagine Finn Balor on chasing Seth Rollins for his championship as opposed to Seth Rollins chasing Finn Balor. I think that's a better storyline, that's better television, and I think that Barclays could see last year too. We said it with Apollo Crews, and I think somebody else you mentioned that a year ago Finn Balor was at NXT Brooklyn in the same arena, going up against Kevin Owens in a freaking ladder match. Mm-hmm. Now, a year later, his time has come to, walk out as world champion, universal champion, and I think that's what's going to happen. I want Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins is my favorite guy in the company, best wrestler, I think, bar none, currently. But I think with the whole new era, new generation, the opportunities and new belt for new guy. I think that's the route they're going to go. I like both. Finn can wrestle his ass off. The whole Demon character has been debated on whether they should have portrayed that from the beginning of Raw when he debuted to now. And I think him coming out with the whole face paint, the Demon King, whatever they want to call him, I think that'll be the prime spot to put the world title, the Universal title on him. And just have Seth Rollins chase him around for a couple of months. Because I don't know who else on Raw is going to be up for that. I don't think Reigns is going to go back into that title picture anytime soon. Who else you got? Cesaro, Sheamus doing these special sevens. But Brock Lesnar, I'm not going to have Finn Balor against Brock Lesnar. I'm not that stupid.
Yeah.
So I think for the time being, I think Finn Balor will be the way to go. But if they go with Seth Rollins, I won't be surprised. Just remains to be seen what they do with Finn if Seth Rollins happens to beat him.
They got to set the right precedent for this new era by having the inaugural Universal Champion be Balor. I mean, I wouldn't complain if it's right. Rollins. The guy is a great champion, great wrestler, blah, blah, blah. But if you really want to send the message that this is a new era in this company, you got to have the fresh face go over and go full throttle with the Balor, the Balor push by having him become the new Universal Champion. But I think the bigger question is not who wins on Sunday, but how they win. There's been a lot of fan theories. Again, a lot like with Ziggler and Ambrose. I'm looking forward to the match, and ring-wise, storyline-wise, it should be great. And maybe I'm setting my expectations too high for both bouts, and they might be just standard singles matches. Nothing happens, and I'll be disappointed. But with this match specifically, a lot of fan theories. Do you think there's a chance we could see I mean, even more so the other way around. But do you think there's a chance we could see the club interfere and help Balor win? Maybe turn Balor heel, do a double turn. Balor's still champion, but you have Rollins in chase mode, and arguably should have been a babyface from the moment he came back 3 months ago. Why they didn't do it, I don't know. But anyway, they turn Rollins babyface. Balor is the leader of this new Balor Club. He's the champion. The club are tag team champions. You got that going for you. Or even the opposite. You have the club come in teasing they're going to help their friend Balor, but they help Rollins win, and you have Rollins the new champion with Balor in chase mode, and you have that little stable going on Raw as the new club, and you could set up, Finn and AJ for next year's WrestleMania interpromotional, or even, Rollins and AJ interpromotional Raw versus SmackDown at WrestleMania. There's a lot of different things they could do. Do you think we could see one of those two scenarios at SummerSlam, or will they just play it straight?
I think it's more logical to see the club interfere in the Finn Balor match than the AJ Styles match, because one, I don't want them to help out Finn, and then Finn has the heel turn. I think that's way too quick. He's only been on Raw for like a month. People like him, people cheer for him, and to automatically flip the switch, I think that's way too soon. I think they flipped the switch too soon on AJ Styles, so I don't want them to do the same thing with Balor. But if the club interferes and act like they're going to help Balor, and then swerve him and help Seth Rollins, then it's like, okay, I can dig that. And then now, down the road, when Balor is on his chase mode, the club can turn on Seth Rollins. Then you have adequate time to build up Balor to this good guy, this new character, and the whole thing with, being like Bray Wyatt and being like Undertaker, this supernatural demon guy, and then boom, when you just think Rollins is at the peak of his title reign, the club makes him lose. They join. They officially, do the whole Balor Club. Balor goes heel. Seth is now the face. So, like you said, there's many ways they can do this. I think the club interfering in the Balor match more likely than AJ Styles. Cause I think it'll mean more, especially if the club are the tag team champions and Balor. Well, I was going to say Balor wins on Sunday, and the club has the World Tag Team Championship. They can have all the belts on Raw, pretty much all the belts on Raw. But I don't want Balor going heel so quick. I think they should go with Seth for the time being. But then again, Graham, they might just do it. They might just do it.
Exactly.
I don't know. They might just go right away and put Seth Rollins like, oh shit, he's a good guy now. Now he got to deal with the World Champion and the Tag Team Champions on a weekly basis. But I think that'll be too quick. Let Balor get more time in there. Let him chase after Seth Rollins, and do my idea of having the club turn on Seth Rollins, joining the Balor Club with Finn. So, but I think that's the good part. I think that's the good part, that they can go with so many routes. It's just picking the best route. Don't pick a route where it's basic, it's normal, it's predictable. Give me and you and the fans something unpredictable. And if it's the club helping Seth Rollins, most people may not see that. When they see Gallows and Anderson walk down the aisle trying to, oh shit, they're gonna help Finn. Yo, it's a Balor Club. Boom. They help Seth Rollins. And everybody, oh shit, what's going on? They turn on Finn. Then you create interesting television for Monday Night Raw in the weeks to come. So I think I think Finn's gonna win. I would want Seth to win. But if your idea works or my idea works, I think that'd be the best way to go going forward.